Hello, my name is Eric Pepin and I'm the CEO and founder of the Higher Balance Institute. I'm going to teach you what we call the Higher Balance Method. What it's going to do is it's going to balance both hemispheres of your brain. In a nutshell, most people either use the left hemisphere of their brain or the right hemisphere of the brain. What this technique does is it allows you to slowly develop the ability to access both portions or both hemispheres of your brain so that they're both highly functioning. I personally believe people like Mozart, Beethoven, Plato, Socrates, the list goes on, were more than likely dual hemisphered minded people. In other words, their perception of reality was a bit different, sharper, clearer than the average person. And the reason I believe that they were able to do that was that they probably stumbled across something very similar to what I'm going to teach you right now. So without further ado, let's get started. What you're looking for is a high frequency pitch. It doesn't come from a radio or from a TV or a refrigerator, but often, most times, people confuse it with something like that. Sometimes if you're laying in bed and it's very quiet in your room, you'll start to hear what is like a buzzing or a high-pitched frequency. Usually it's on one side of your head, either the right or the left. And when you try to narrow down where it's coming from, you can't really find a solution for it or a source. In truth, it's coming from within your consciousness. And if you listen to it and close your eyes, you'll either more than likely hear it to the right or the left, but if you focus on it, it'll slowly become louder and louder. And if your mind gets distracted, or if you hear a noise in the TV is running in another room or something, and you get distracted mentally, the sound will actually fade down to a lower decibel. As you begin to listen to it again, it actually will get louder again. Now, the interesting thing is that it actually is stronger if you put earplugs in, some of those foam ones that you roll into your ears, or if you go anywhere, so you can hear the sound. There is no source for it. It comes from your own consciousness. Now, the trick to getting both hemispheres to turn on is when you start to find the one hemisphere or the one sound that you're hearing, you want to focus on it, and very gently you want to move your concentration to your other ear or the zone of your ear, and you're going to hear a much fainter tone. And as you concentrate and you try to pay attention to it, it's going to grow louder and louder and louder until eventually it matches the same sound pitch, or at least the loudness of it, on both sides of your head. When you do this, you're essentially creating a dual hemisphere consciousness. It's the first time you've turned on your other hemisphere from the one you're using. This in turn will combine them slowly, and it sounds like that at some point that it's right in the middle of your mind, inside your skull. It's a very beautiful high-pitched frequency that stays very steady. Now, what you want to do is to just simply listen to it, concentrate on it. If your mind wanders, you'll find that they split apart again, and that the weaker one will fade away and you only hear the one, and even that can eventually fade away. So if your mind gets distracted, it's a problem. If you concentrate on it and you can bring the tones together, the longer you hold that tone together, the deeper your concentration will become, the deeper your meditation state becomes. This creates a state of clarity, a state of beauty, a state of natural surrender and inner peace. This only needs to be done for about a minute or two, and then you can just kind of move on with the rest of your day. You're going to find that you feel a little slight kind of pressure in your chest area, and you're going to find that you don't really have a lot of emotion, not negative or overjoyous. You're just really at peace with yourself. It's kind of like sitting under a tree on a nice warm sunny day, or at a beach. Your mind just kind of empties out, and it's very clear and it's very much at peace. You'll also find that as you decide to focus on work or other things in your life, you'll have a much sharper clarity in your consciousness. The more that you do it, particularly for 7 days if possible, for at least 2 to 3 minutes each day, once a day, by the 7th day you're going to find that you are changing as a person. You'll like what you discover. And in that process you're going to have more inner peace, less high reaction, less stress. It's as if the brain is adapting by creating more neurons to cope with problems in life, and also advance your intelligence, your consciousness, your concentration. It's a very profound, simple technique with incredible results. And it will never cost you anything. It will never need any technology or devices or anything like that. And it's with you no matter where you go, whether you're in a car, a plane, in a swimming pool, underwater, above water, or completely deaf. Doesn't matter. The tone is constantly there. And it's, in a sense, the universe talking to you, beckoning you, calling you to find it. And let's hope you find it. If you found the higher balance method to be of use to you and you would like to know more information, we've created a website with an extensive amount of information and more training and in greater detail to explain the tones and what they're capable of. They're much richer, much more complex than you could possibly ever imagine. You could say in some ways that the more you work with them, you gain superpowers, or like mystics and spiritual masters develop their abilities. I assure you pretty much that this is very much a route or a direction they had. Today we use stuff like binaural technology and all these different things, and the truth be told, there's nothing more powerful than the ability to tune in through your own mind and what the universe actually presented so that it could find you or you could find it. So if you'd like to have more information, check out the Higher Balance website or the current website for the Higher Balance tones or the Higher Balance method. And if you'd like to know more, just take a look and I'm sure you'll find plenty. Thank you and have a nice day.